Welcome to Bald Guy DIY. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 great gift ideas for the DIYer in your life, whether it's for Christmas or any other time of year. Buying gifts for anyone can be a little bit stressful because you don't just want it to be something that you can wrap up, but you want it to be something impactful or that they're really going to like and appreciate. When it comes to DIYers, it can be especially difficult because the typical DIYer is a little more critical of manufactured products, looking at it and thinking, I could have done that myself, or maybe even I could have done it better or for cheaper and have got a better end result. Here are 3 great gift ideas, not really specific items, but more general categories to help inspire you to find the perfect gift for the DIYer in your life. So without further ado, let's jump into it. The first thing that I want to suggest is that you buy raw materials. Now, that might sound weird. When you think about raw materials, you usually think about things like wood or stone or gold or silver, something like that. But what I'm talking about is the building blocks or the materials that your DIYer likes to use. One of the reasons I'm not giving specific products to buy is that it really depends upon the interests of your particular DIYer. For example, if someone liked electronics, but they hadn't yet played with a Raspberry Pi, maybe you'd buy them a Raspberry Pi starter kit, something that's the raw materials or building blocks of an interest that they already have. Or if they were dabbling with Arduino, but they hadn't really jumped into it yet, you could buy them a starter kit with a bunch of different sensors and things they could test out in order to get them a little more immersed into something they're already interested in. When it comes to our family and friends, sometimes they tune out a little bit when they hear the DIYer go on and on about something new they want to try, but those are the clues for something that's going to be really impactful as a gift. If they tell you they've always wanted to try using a particular type of wood, if they're a woodworker, then that might be the perfect thing to get them. With electronics, like I said, a starter kit or a big sensor kit might be useful, or maybe there's a very specific type of electronic component they've been telling you about, they can't wait to try, and they would be a great addition to whatever gift you're giving. Some of these things are going to be quite inexpensive. Some of them are going to be a little more expensive. But the most important thing is that it will come across as much more thoughtful if you've done a little bit of work and found something that's right in the wheelhouse of things they're already interested in. If they love sewing, maybe you buy them some fabric or some notion, some new kind of material they haven't tried before. If it's something like vinyl cutting or crafting, perhaps you find a new product in the industry that they haven't had a chance to try yet. Even something as simple as a new adhesive or a new type of material, a new color, new patterns, all of those kinds of things are really welcome gifts from DIYers because they're not going to look at the simple stack of paper or vinyl or electronics. They're going to think about the potential. And so when you give them a gift of raw materials, you're not just giving them the materials, but you're giving them the inspiration and also the finished product that they already imagine creating with the materials that you've given them. Personally, I would stay away from kits that are designed for very linear purposes, like a little wood project kit, or something that has very clear instructions that don't have any personal flair or interpretation to them. DIYers are by nature creative and inspirational, and they don't want to be confined by just following the steps that somebody else created. So think about what you know about your DIYer, the things that interest them, the kind of projects they make, and the kind of materials they use. And I'm sure you'll find something that they can enjoy, appreciate, and also be inspired by, which is the whole point of DIY. The next big gift idea is to buy tools for your DIYer. If you've got someone in your life that loves to build and use power tools, that kind of thing, it might seem very straightforward just to buy them another drill or accessory that they can use. But what I'm talking about here is a little more personal to the types of projects and interests that they have. Much like the raw material suggestion, the perfect tool can be a great leap in inspiration and productivity for the DIYer in your life. So it's important to do a little research and find out what tools are on your DIYer's wish list, and also what would make a huge impact to the things that they create regularly. This is going to take a little bit more work because it's more than just finding a tool that matches the description. For example, if you were to buy a hammer, which sounds like a very simple thing, just buying any hammer is not going to meet the necessary requirements for your DIYer. They probably already have a hammer of some kind, but there's specific qualities that they're looking for. Maybe it has to have a particular claw or feature to it, a certain length, strength, all of those kinds of things. So it's important to do a little background research, see if you can pick up from the hints they've dropped, or ask other people who have similar interests what kind of tool they would really appreciate. A great gift that my wife bought me was one that I got for Christmas last year, which was a new soldering iron. And that might not sound very exciting to the average person. She wouldn't appreciate if I bought her an iron for Christmas, I'm sure. But I loved it, and it had very little to do with the value of the gift or any of those things. What it really had to do with is knowing that it was something that I needed and could really use, and also that she spent the time looking at online reviews, asking other people who use soldering irons what kind of qualities to get, and the one that she found was perfect, didn't cost a lot of money, and I gave it 2 thumbs up as not only a great gift, but really thoughtful, and it was very easy to appreciate. Those are the kinds of tools that make a great impact in a DIYer's life, and so there's a lot of appreciation that gets extended when you've gotten something that someone carefully thought out. If you're not sure at the end of the day, if you're not absolutely sure that they're going to love the particular item that you've bought them, you make sure to include a gift receipt and let them know, hey, I want you to find the best thing that works for you, and so I'm not offended at all if you take it back and exchange it for one that you like. That little extra bit of permission or lack of offense can go a long way, that they know the thought was there, the intent was there, and then maybe they can find that particular tool that they were looking for. Maybe it's a little bit different, a different brand, size, whatever, that makes it perfect. But finding a right tool that can be a benefit over and over again throughout the year is a great gift idea for any DIYer. Every time I turn on the soldering iron, I still think of my wife and how thoughtful she was to purchase it for me. And I'm sure that's the case for anyone that picks up that special tool that a loved one purchased for them. But you're probably thinking, oh no, what if I get the wrong thing? What if I don't understand enough about their hobbies? All of those kinds of things. My third gift idea is something that can generally be frowned upon, but for a DIYer is sometimes the perfect gift, and that is a gift card. Now, you'd say, wow, I don't feel very appreciated when someone just gives me a gift card, but it really depends on what that gift card enables you to do. If you have no problems buying gas or food at a restaurant, it might not seem that great to get a gift card for one of those things. But if you're the kind of person that loves tinkering in a particular thing, maybe you love woodworking, a gift card to your favorite woodworking supplier is not only a very thoughtful gift because it's something they know personally about you, but it also is like a free shot at something that they might not normally buy for themselves if they were spending their money specifically for something on a project. A great example of this is from my wife, who loves to sew and make things with fabric. And so when she receives a gift card for a fabric store, that might not seem like the most romantic or thoughtful gift, but it's great for her because it enables her to buy the kinds of things that she might not buy normally if she was just making projects that fill a need. Having that extra money as a gift makes her feel that, hey, maybe I could just splurge on something and make something unusual or just for the sake of making it and having fun. A gift card can really open up that creativity and possibilities, like I say, for something that a DIYer might not buy for themselves. Of course, like all gifts for DIYers that I've mentioned, you want to have a little bit of understanding and do a little bit of asking around if you're not quite sure which stores they frequent. When it comes to power tools or things that you'd buy at a home improvement store, if you were to give a gift card from a home improvement center that they never go to, that's not close to their house, and a place that they don't enjoy shopping at, then it's not going to feel very thoughtful. However, if it's a gift card from the store they always go to, that might be great because not only is it convenient, but it's their store of choice, maybe because of the types of products they sell or the customer service, whatever it is that keeps them coming back time and time again. So when it comes to gift cards, be thoughtful about it. Think about something that can inspire creativity and give them the opportunity to buy something and test something out that they might not normally do with their regular projects. I wouldn't suggest making it too specific or too broad in some cases, but think about something that has a high opportunity for them to use it soon and to be able to get a lot of value from it. Those are the kind of the gifts that seem really impactful and thoughtful for the person receiving them. When it comes to DIYers, one of the tendencies might be to buy things like self-help books or a dummies book or something like that in an area that they're interested in. But a lot of DIYers, especially today, have access to things like YouTube or other online blogs and tutorials, and they might not find a lot of value in that. A book of projects might seem like a great idea, but a lot of those projects might not appeal to them, and having detailed sets of instructions can be more stifling than productive when it comes to creativity. There are lots of other gifts that you can give to a DIYer that don't necessarily cost a lot of money or even any money. If you're interested in similar things, you could point them in the direction of some websites that you use that they might not have checked out yet. Or get them something like an Audible membership where they can listen to audiobooks, because anyone that's curious or has a lot of interests and hobbies typically will find some kind of audiobook that they can listen to while they do their mindless work in the projects that they're making. And also, there's so many resources out there, so a gift card for ebooks or anything like that can also be very helpful. When it comes to DIYers, don't try to tell them how the gift's to be used, but give them a gift that ignites that creativity and inspires them to take it and get the most value out of it however they see fit. I hope those gift ideas help. I know when it comes to the DIYers in my life, it really has. And so hopefully that will be your experience as well. If you like this kind of content, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back regularly as I post a new video every weekend. And until next time, in all your DIY projects and gift giving, don't be afraid to be bolder.